Hey everybody, Mike here. It's election day today, so I thought it'd be a good time to go over my complete plan for progress as mayor. Let's get started. My first goal as mayor will be to introduce a new defense strategy for our community. I'm sure none of us like the thought of our homes and our hard-earned items being destroyed. That's why, instead of focusing on a nuclear deterrent-based strategy that could ignite a TNT war, I'll be focusing on the people instead. As mayor, I will head a new group known as the Town Defense Force. Citizens who choose to take action will join together in the force to defend the town from threats and terrorism, inside and outside our borders. Once agreed upon by the community, criminals will be disallowed from town until they can make amends and resolve their crimes. Criminals will always know that they have the town defense against them, and the force won't be afraid to use their arms if need be. Next, I'd like to introduce my economic stance. In my opinion, inflation and devaluation of currency has become too strong for it to continue as a viable method of payment. That's why I believe it's time to return to two simple ideas: trade and generosity. Trade has been and will always be a cornerstone of civilization, allowing those in need to exchange goods for things that could better support their lifestyle. On the other hand, I believe generosity is an ideal that all of us possess. That's why, today, I'd like to introduce the treasury system. The treasury system will allow those who lose everything, and those in need, to gain the items they need through the generosity of others. The treasury system is comprised of two storage centers, the free use chests and the reconstruction chests. Items donated to the free use chests will be accessible by all in need of items, enchantments, and everything else that is selflessly donated. Similar in function, the reconstruction chests will be accessible to those who have recently died and irrecoverably lost their items. The treasury system will only function through the generosity of the people, so to hopefully get the giving spirit flowing, I, as mayor, will be donating all of my enchantment books, enchanted weapons, enchanted tools, food, and a large portion of my ore and ingot resources to the treasury system. To support our town's defense, the treasury system will be inaccessible to criminals. My next step as mayor will be to revitalize the town and bring us closer together as a community. This begins with the construction of the town archives, building holding records of our town's history, triumphs, and conflicts. In the same vein, a newly minted newspaper service will provide insights on recent and upcoming events, and will be a service which we can all contribute to. To further aid recreation in our town, construction on a casino will begin, where citizens feeling lucky can spend tokens on games such as slots or a dangerous game of arrow roulette. If combat is more to your taste, planning for a coliseum has already begun. The coliseum will provide a more fitting stage to test your mettle against anyone willing to take up arms. That's not all. You might remember me talking about donating most of my ingot resources to the treasury system. The reason I said most is because the rest of my ingot resources will be going to the construction of a quadruple beacon. With the help of the community, our town will be the safest area in the overworld, allowing you to obtain almost all buffs at once. I'm not done yet. As mayor, I'll be overseeing the revitalization of town pathways. Similarly, construction of new and better paths in the Nether will begin, including roads to the end and nearby villages, containing villagers auctioning off rare maps. Finally, I believe our community is deserving of more celebration. As mayor, I'll be organizing festivals, feasts, races, and fireworks shows for everyone to attend. Well, that's everything. As your mayor, I believe in a good defense, in a stable and generous economy, in new construction, in revitalization, and in community-driven events. Let's bring our town together. Vote for peace, for trade, and for community. Vote Mike for mayor.